everyone! This week we are coming to you from Peachtree City, Georgia.
Yes, we are on our summer holidays at Annie's hometown, and we were going to show you around and show you how they do things here, because it's a little bit different.
We thought about taking a week off. We'll probably do that next week, so yeah, show you a little bit of fun here, maybe some of the 4th of July, show you this city in particular is like the golf cart capital of the world. So many families just drive around on golf carts rather than in cars.
It blew my mind the first time I came here, and as you'll see, they have garages for golf carts, parking spots for golf carts, and you can do most everything apart from going on fast moving roads. You can do most everything in a golf cart that you can do in a car, which is great. The kids love it. It's fuel efficient, very fuel efficient little thing. And all this did get us thinking about how easy it is to romanticize and slip away into that mindset of, well, this could be really fun. Like maybe we should move back. It's been so fun, but you're on holiday. And we've been thinking about that a lot. We've been talking to some family members about that, as well as some of our clients about that we do with the relocation business. And it's like, how do you even decide if somewhere is a place you can live if you've only ever visited there
on holiday?
Mm-hmm. And it is a tricky one, and it was my major sort of concern when we first started speaking about our move. So we'll go into that in more depth, but for now we would like to share with you what we've been up to, and we're doing a morning coffee run on the golf cart.
Yeah, we'll take you through the drive-through, so let's get going.
Buckle up.
So here is my high school, and you can see that whole section to the right there is golf cart parking.
I can only imagine how much fun it would be as a high school kid driving around in one of these things. It's fun enough now, but look at those things. Just like endless. It's bizarre, but very fun.
And then there's a house up here we'll show you that has a golf cart garage. So look here to the left. A wee garage just for the golf cart. Yeah. Okay, and then this is one of my favorite neighborhoods.
This is like movie land America.
Yeah.
Like everything's very like symmetrical, and the mailboxes are all the same, and there's flags everywhere.
We have the fire lanterns.
We did just have 4th of July, so they always have a flag, but they have a little extra.
But it just adds a little something.
And I've been doing a walk in the morning just around these little neighborhoods, and just to make it even more ridiculous movie America, I've encountered many like Bambis, like deers, and they're not really scared of people because no one's trying to get them while they're here. And yeah, you see deer crossing. I think I actually got a video of a deer at this crossing looking like it was truly crossing the road. So I'll have to put that in. That was just so funny. And it's just a nice, I don't know, just, what's that film called? Pleasantville. I didn't think growing up that places like this actually existed in America. Like you see this on a movie, you're like, okay, it's a movie set, but nope, people do live like this. So you can see over here, there's just golf cart paths, and they're all over the place. Peachtree City was designed around golf courses, and then it just slowly expanded over time. And people thought, well, why not just keep the golf cart paths going? And they're just everywhere. So people use them as trails, walking trails, golf carts, biking. Yeah, I think technically they're called multi-use trails. So you have people walking, biking, all that. But like this golf cart or golf buggy, for example, has never touched a golf course. And most of them haven't. It's more infrequent to see people with like golf clubs on the back, I feel, than people using them to commute around. And it's ridiculous again, but I love it. So we're having a lot of fun, as you can see, and we do now have to cross a fairly major road, which I don't know if it's frowned upon or not, but people do it. It's fine. People are aware of the golf carts, and it's just a brief little thing to get over to morning coffee. So here we go.
It looks ridiculous. Just waiting his turn behind the giant truck. You going for an espresso today?
Double.
Nice.
Thank you.
And
I realize I don't have my wallet.
Oh, you don't? How are you
I got
gonna
my
pay?
phone though,
Oh, okay. Right up to the drive-through.
Hello.
So now we're gonna take you to the lake where my dad likes to take the kids fishing and show you a bit more of my hometown.
Well, the sunglasses are on, so we're not in Scotland anymore. We are in America, chasing the World Cup. Scotland are out, USA are out, France and Morocco are currently playing, so I guess today we're French. Talking about today's video sponsor, eSIM.io. eSIM.io we've been using in Copenhagen, we've used them in Turkey, and now in the USA. It means we don't come home to a huge bill at the end of the day, which we have done before. We have many plans to choose from. It works in over 190 countries, and we typically use the pay-as-you-go plan. We topped up before, and we still have money left over for data. So it means that when you land in a foreign country, you can hit the ground running. So texting Annie's parents to let them know we've landed and need to be picked up with our 3 kids is fantastic. So as well as pay-as-you-go, you can do a data plan, you can do a time plan, or you can do a country or region specific plan. There's a plan for everybody. We set this up before we even started going to Copenhagen, and we're still using the same eSIM on a pay-as-you-go plan. Different country, same plan, which is one less thing off our long checklist of things to do before we travel with kids. If that hasn't tickled your fancy and you need more encouragement, whenever you top up and use our code Scottish100, you'll get 100% of that money back. So top up $5, you get $5 more. Plus, if you refer a friend, both of you get $3 worth of data. They always have new promotions and offers going on in the app. So check out the app, check out the QR code on screen, get your eSIM downloaded now, and enjoy your holidays.
They got the infrastructure in place. Golf carts!
Is this still a store point for you, Annie? A stop sign?
It is. Wretched stop sign.
How fast do you think these things go?
Like 25 miles an hour?
No.
Slower?
Yeah, I'd say like 10 if you're lucky.
Then why'd you ask the question?
Well, I would just, because it's faster than walking, like, it's probably a little bit faster than somebody jogging.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
it's like a fast jog run speed. But yeah, maybe 10, 15 at the moment. There's probably a limit.
These foul beasts.
These ones are quite aggressive.
They're aggressive.
See, like-
they will attack. Look at them coming. They're coming for us.
People do feed them, but still, they're...
If you don't feed them, they attack you. You stay away.
Let's see.
We wanted to go down to the water, but I'm afraid to go any further.
Doesn't this thing have a horn?
They don't care
just
about the
don't care.
horn. Oh my gosh, that's gonna get me.
As you
Don't
can-
put us amongst them. Oh
Wait,
no.
aren't we going down here?
Sure. Okay. I was gonna park and then sit on the docks.
We don't want to park.
Maybe right in here. All right, let's see if we can make our way down there without them getting us. We'll get our drinks, go chill out on the dock.
Annie's genuinely scared.
I am. I do not like them. They have chased us before. They're sneaking up on you. They're like, look at them all. They're like raptors. Oh my gosh.
I don't have anything for you. Leave me alone.
Oh my gosh, Doc, I don't know what to do.
I'll be fine. Watch, be fine. Just watch, be brave.
Oh no, oh no. No thanks.
Not today, sorry. Not interested in whatever you have to sell. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Look at them.
No, thank you.
It looks ridiculous. I'm gonna do. Oh, they're coming. Ah, oh no, they're fast now. They're fast.
Oh, they're running after you.
They are. Oh no!
They're like,
Ah!
It's a fun game. That's a fun game.
That's not a fun game. Stay away. Look at them. I used to be terrified as a child when they'd follow us.
Used to be. You're still obviously terrified.
Here they go in. Still following. They won't come on the dock though.
Surrounding us in their natural habitat.
Oh, that's frightening. Okay, let's go out to the far one.
Oh, there's like a... Is that heron way over there? I actually just went behind the bushes, but...
Oh, I didn't
You do get a lot of very pretty wildlife here.
Yeah.
Like your mom's garden gets... What are those red ones? Cardinals?
Yep, cardinals.
Cardinals, tons of hummingbirds.
Blue jays. Lots of woodpeckers.
Yeah. Then we saw armadillos.
Ugh.
First time I've seen...
Armadillos are disgusting creatures.
Sadly, it's the first time I've seen live armadillos. Typically, I just see them on the side of the road. But they are interesting beasts to look at.
We'll add some footage of those as well. Yeah. We're slightly windblown, but we're going to roll with it. So our talking point for this week is having a holiday versus actually moving somewhere, things you should think about, what you should anticipate, the, I guess, good, bad, and ugly.
Yeah. We were just speaking to some people who are thinking about moving to Scotland, and their question was, and it was a very sensible question, it's like, we're planning to go over there for like a few weeks to try and sort of replicate life there, not just as a holiday. And their question was, when should we go? Should we go in the summer when it's Scotland at its best? Or should we go in the winter so we know what we're potentially getting ourselves in for?
Yep.
And Annie and I had similar but differing responses. Yours was very much, go in summer, it's amazing, it's the most wonderful time. And
I thought go at the best time of year to give yourself that hope for when you're in those dark months, you know what's to come. You know how lovely it can be. Zach didn't agree.
yeah, I completely understand that point. And there is a sort of thought process of, okay, the winters aren't fun, but what's coming is amazing. So my practical mind was like, split that in half. So either do spring or autumn, because you'll get some wonderful weather and some not so wonderful weather. So you can see a bit of the both. And we would never recommend coming in winter. As magical as Scotland can be, if it snows and this and the other, it's like the dark and just the cold and how bad it can be, I think could put you off unnecessarily.
And not everything's open, so you want to see things when it's lively.
So that got us thinking about our holiday here, because we've had all your siblings over here. So we had 19 people in the house for a period, just having the best time ever, meeting up with your friends, doing things like this each day. Not really.
No jobs, no worries, no care.
No care about how much we're eating. Watching the World Cup, it's just been so much fun. And even I was like, this is nice. Like, the kids are having a great time, but you just have to remember, I even said out loud, it's like, this has been amazing, is amazing, but this would not be our life.
And there's something to be said for people making time for you as well. So all of my friends, they know we're back in town for a limited time, so they took off work for the week. They had plans with us. All of our families got together. But as we know, we moved back to Scotland, and how many times have you gotten together with your friends?
I've seen my friends less since I've lived there versus when we were living here. And it's just because they all have kids as well, and
it's just
life is busy, and it's when you think you can just pop over to see somebody, you often don't, because I can just pop over. I won't go this time. I'll just pop over next time. And like Annie said, people are making time to come visit us. We're making time to go do things like that with them. And
we've saved money so that we can have more freer spending than we typically do throughout the year, which is great. We're eating out more, things like that, which back in Scotland, we don't want to do. Like, we want to cook our meals at home, have our healthy meals, and then it's sort of a splurge fun holiday when we come here. So it's a totally different mindset to what we'd have if we actually were to live where we're on holiday.
So stepping slightly away from the what if fantasy of holiday life, we then start talking about, well, how do you actually decide? Because for us, it wasn't just like an overnight decision. Like, even though we were moving close to family and back to where I was born, it was a decision years in the making. Annie sort of tinkering away at me, subliminal messaging. But yes, how do you decide if A, it's the right time to make a move, and B, that's the place you want to live? And I think you really need to almost put aside all the wonderful things that you can do and break it down to the reasons why you're making the move. Like for us, it was to be closer to family, my family specifically, obviously, and then for the children,
Yes.
the schooling, safety, blah, 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 health, all these things that go into it were the true reasons. And like, if my family had been in another country, then we probably would have been in another country.
True.
There's,
Although Scotland stole my heart.
I was about to say, I couldn't have the words come out of my mouth like Scotland's not that special, but
No, it is.
But you do have to make the move for the right decision. And we've also spoken to a lot of people who are just like, oh, this happened in America and that's the reason we're moving. It's like, okay, that's a valid reason, but also, is that truly affecting you, or is that just something you're seeing in the media that isn't actually real life? Because another question we get as well is, how are Americans perceived in Scotland? And our answer is, don't listen to what you see in the media. That just is talking about not great people that would not be welcome anywhere, no matter what country they're from. The people that want to come into any country and
Assimilate,
embrace the culture while bringing some of their culture too, are more than welcome. And that was one of your concerns as well, and it's not been an issue whatsoever. So making the move for the right reason at the right time, you have to weigh those decisions and at the same time leave a little bit room for just chancing it, basically.
And I really do think there's something to be said about visiting the place that you want to live or think you see yourself living, because it's not all the same. Just like the United States, not every area is going to be the same. There's going to be pros and cons to each area. And for instance, my brother found that out. They were looking at one area and then another job opportunity opened and they went to that specific place, and it just wasn't the vision that they had initially. And there's so much to be said for experiencing the day in, day out of the actual town or village you want to live in and make sure it's the right fit for you.
And remember as well, even though we show you our life, these are still very much the highlights of our life. We still have to do the laundry, go shopping, like clean up vomit on a plane.
Yes, that did happen this trip. Again, our kids do not travel well.
All those things that happen in life are going to happen wherever you are. So take that on board, take your time, and just make sure you're making a move for the right reasons. Not, what's the saying? The grass isn't greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it.
Oh.
So it's like, that, I guess that works both their ways. Like wherever you are, if you're there for the right reasons, that could be a wonderful place for you. And if you're going because you think a location will fix something you're trying to fix, then that's probably not the right first step, I would say.
And last thing to keep in mind is that there will be an adjustment period. Even I, who I've adored Scotland from the moment I set foot in Scotland for the first time, and I've always wanted to live here. That first 6 months, I still loved it, but there is a breaking in period. You're learning the culture, things that you didn't know, and getting used to the cultural differences and people and even accents being different in the different areas. It was hard. And then finding a way to communicate with your loved ones, making sure that you figured out when the best time to call someone is, how to call them. I felt very cut off from my family for about the first 6 months until we found that rhythm. And then having that back in place made a world of difference. And I loved my time in the beginning, but you do still need that support. And it's nice to have someone to talk to about how things are going. We gave that advice to the people we were talking to the other day as well. It's like, especially if you're an American, have your family download WhatsApp. Everybody in the UK uses WhatsApp, and it makes things a lot easier. You don't have to schedule like, oh, when can we do like a Zoom call or a Skype call? It's like texting, but over the internet. So yeah, that was huge. I had the same experience when I moved to the US, just finding your autonomy. Yeah. Especially if you're coming with somebody else, like on a spousal visa, for example, you're kind of reliant on them for a lot of things. Like
you have to be on their bank account, and
Yep.
you have to help. They need to get you your phone plan and this, that, and the other. And I think for you as well, when you finally were able to drive,
Yes.
that was like a huge switch. Like you didn't have to,
That was the last piece of the puzzle
Yeah.
to make me feel like this is truly my home.
not just to shuttle the kids around if we needed to, but just for her to be like, I'd like to go to this shop or this place, but it's too far to walk, so I can't go. Oh, now I can go. And it's just,
Yep.
That-
Or like, we need a last minute birthday present
Yeah.
or teacher's gift, and then not having to wait for Zach to get off work to go, then do it at rush hour. Like to be able to nip out in the middle of the day is just.
and there is a limit to how many shopping bags you can carry. So
True.
sometimes you do need a car for that as well. But yeah, all that being said, we just hope that we can help people who are thinking about this just aim in the right direction of what to think about. You can do all the budgeting and all the planning, and
Which is fantastic. You should
which
do
you
that.
definitely need to do as well. But yeah, making the right decisions. And I think we even told ourselves like 2 years
Yeah.
to sort of financially rebuild, to like really get settled,
To find our community.
jobs, community, all this and the other. And we are just over 2 years now, and we're sort of 90% there with most of it, but there's still stuff we're figuring out. There's still stuff that's coming up that's new. Like
But little things that. Oh, sorry, I interrupted.
no, I was just gonna say, as the kids get older, like each new school year, we're learning something new, but we're getting there.
And little things that might have irked me in the beginning. I
Me?
don't even.
Me?
No, me.
Did I irk you though?
Don't even cross my mind anymore. Number one being the washing or the laundry. That
You find peace in that now.
I did find
Yeah.
peace in that. But yeah, and now it's just a part of my daily routine, and you get used to differences and embrace them as long as you do put in that effort to
Yeah.
embrace.
They say it takes at least a month to develop a new habit. Well, it takes even longer to shift your mindset from a way you've lived for decades to a new mindset. But we're delighted we did, and we want to share that and share our thought process and just make you aware it's not just like, I'm going to go and it'll be amazing and everything falls into place. It does take work. So put that into your decision making.
And you have to have an open mind to do
Yes,
it as well.
of course. People that making this move typically, hopefully, will, because that's one of the reasons. But yeah, you definitely do. Well, we've been left alone by the geese, so I think that's probably enough chatting. We'll show you around a bit more, and yeah, hope you enjoy.
Welcome to Peachtree City. Zach's in his happy place, has his beer. This is his spot.
Animal medical clinic koozies, keep the beer cold. gonna show them your dad's pride and joy. The 30-year-old van that transported Annie and her 3 brothers around for years. This thing came brand new off the lot, didn't it?
It was their first brand new car ever, I think.
And your dad just kept it going because
why
it
not?
still keeps
because
going.
it can.
He this trip he described it as slightly embarrassing from the outside, but pretty good on the inside.
Does not have AC, and the children cry when put in.
The front half does, but the AC at the back does not work currently, so none of the children enjoy riding in it. But didn't you? This is what you took your test in, right?
This is what I learned to drive in, and this is what I drove around. So my friends had cars, and this was mine that I drove all throughout high school.
See, you had your parents were instilling the Scottish mentality of just keeping things going as long as they can.
Yeah, and appreciating what you have, and that beauty was mine. I could drive all my friends around in it.
And probably some people you didn't even know.
And more. Zach still loves it.
It's so funny, but also my like practical mind, it makes perfect sense. Like you're gonna get nothing for it if you sell it, but it still has a lot of value. Like when we turn up, that's the only thing we fit in. So
that's true.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
There she blows.
Okie doke. Well, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoy seeing Annie's hometown.
A little sneak peek behind the scenes.
And don't forget to check out today's video sponsor, eSIM.io. We've been using it. I used it at Starbucks today to pay for it, thankfully, because I left my my wallet at home. But if you're a new user on eSIM.io, Scottish 100 will give you 100% cash back. So basically doubling the money you top up. They have a bunch of deals in the app, and we've used them on all of our travels. So keeps us connected on WhatsApp to our family and Finnegan back at home. Check them out. And if you are considering a move, check out our website. We do have a little side business where we like to talk people through the process, kind of like we did today, but in more depth. And I think that's about it. I think there's another World Cup game on today, so we gotta tire the kids out so we can go and watch that later on. But thank you again so much for watching. This will probably be our last video for about a week while we enjoy the rest of this trip. So we'll see you when you see you, and thanks again.
Bye.